Hello fellow YouTubers, this is gonna be, today you will be watching ranking part 5, 7, and 8. See, I really can't just do 8 by itself, so I'll just combine it with 7, which, it's not gonna be a really it's not gonna be that, deep in the grand scheme of things because, part 7 even doesn't even have that much figures either. And even if we do get like more part 7 figures in the future, it's gonna be like 1 or 2 at, slowly releasing more by Medicos. But yeah, this is gonna be my little rankings, and hopefully you guys like them, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and notifications too. And we'll start with part 7 and 8, and then I'll do part 5 to end it up. Another quick heads up, I'm gonna do the part 5 also, like the part 3 where I just rank when I get to like the actual figure, like Jojo. I'm gonna just do rank, rank those colors. I'm not gonna actually include it in the rankings, just ranking it when I get to like a subcategory pretty much. Alright, so I'm going to start ranking 7 and 8, which, like I said in the beginning, 8 doesn't really count, just 2 figures. Kind of sucks that we don't have any more of that, but And to start off, there's 9 figures in 7 and 8, not taking WF of the characters the same, but that's how I'm going to do it. I'm just like WF Valentine, and Valentine are going to be the same ranking. And we'll start this video up, yeah? To start off with, we have 9th place. Fortunately, we have Soft and Wet. Yeah, he's really cool on paper and has so much potential, but due to his heavy torso, it hinders his potential to pose in different ways. Then his legs can't hold up the weight, so the legs can't hold up the heavy torso. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Plus side, Soft and Wet comes with 3 heads total, and that's always a plus for me. As more head is always better. You know what I'm saying? They are up for pre-order on multiple websites, and if you have no patience, and like me, you could just pay like $7,210, just in that range. Try not to go overboard on that, because he's releasing soon. So 8th place, we have Gyro 1.5. I won't include Gyro WF, which is the first iteration of Gyro. Honestly, after receiving Gyro first, which is the WF, I had some really high hopes for this 1.5. And Medicals really hyped it up, and I thought immensely it would be better. It would be immensely better than Gyro WF, but honestly, it only ended up being slightly better than WF, as WF had the shoulders wraps for his coat, and it looked better than 1.5 because the straps keep getting they keep falling out of his shoulder, so it looks pretty bad on in sight. While 1.5 fixed the doofus face that WF had, it was not much of an upgrade, unfortunately, and Medicals really dogged us with that. Like I said, I tried even the water trick, and even with that, they still came out of place. So Gyro 1.5 is still up for retail in most places, like Ami. Oh yeah, I finally pronounced it right? I think he's still up. I think you can still find him in certain places. And if you really want WF Gyro, which you really shouldn't because his face is really bad, but you could swap out the head, doing a little strange, and then sell Gyro WF again. But yeah, his straps on his, so you can find him for like $7,230 USD, but yeah, like I said, it's not really worth it. So it comes with the plate too. I forgot what it says. And in number 7, we have Johnny Second. His purple hair is such a beauty and nice color. I really enjoy it, and I think Johnny Second looks the best with Slow Dancer. Better than first for sure. The 3-piece blue suit was not for me, and it's okay. He's not that bad, honestly. Like I said, there's not that many figures in part 7 to even go off of, but you can find him from 60 to 90 USD, or you can just actively search eBay and auctions to get good prices. Just patience is key. And in 6th place, we have Funny Valentine. I think they really did good on his coat with the ball joints or pegs. I think the re-release had some issues, but I think it wasn't that excessive. And this also includes WF. The best part has to be the plate, which says "Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap." The WF head is not so appealing to me, to be honest. It's not really to the point where it's paying over $250 for it. If you have the money for it, then go for it, and you want to do a completionist. And I cannot contain my excitement for Funny Valentine 2nd. I'm really excited for that. And Funny Valentine, which is going to be pink, right? So Funny Valentine 2nd is going to be pink. For your girlfriend or your boyfriends, when you guys have Valentines and celebrate together, you can get him Funny Valentine if he's into JoJo. Would be funny, wouldn't it? WF Valentine goes for 150 to like 250 USD. Honestly, it really varies a lot, and if you search the auctions a lot, you can find them for a decent price. And the standard Funny Valentine, which is just a re-release, should be at retail. And in 5th place we have Gyro second. A lot of people, he gets a lot of flack. I don't really care what people think or why. It's easy to say, right? I think Gyro second's pretty nice, and I know his skin tone isn't the greatest, but let's be honest, the color scheme of blue, pink, and gray are a real nice combo. And his gray hair is a bit tacky, icky. I feel like they could have made his hair a bit, if anything, blondie instead of gray, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure he's still up for retail. Don't quote me on that, but either retail to 90 USD. I would say try not to pay over 90 for him. And in 4th place we have Diego Brando, who would have been easily 2nd place if it wasn't for Medico's obsession with having just one color on the figure. And I understand Medico's green obsession because all they see is money. I think they might just be redeeming themselves with Diego 2nd, but we'll see. 3rd place, Johnny WF. I like him better than 2nd because I'm not a huge fan of a figure just being one single color. I'm not talking about the hair and stuff, just, you know, the single piece. But I understand because it's pretty much like a onesie kind of, but not really because it's chopped off. I mean, I don't know. I think, yeah, in the show or the manga, it's a one piece. But like I said, I prefer to have white two colors, like the white and blue. And pink tusk, baby. Come on now. And they do have a WF of him, which is 200 to like 400 USD. Just really be patient. Try not to bust the bank for it. And I'm pretty sure you could find it without tusk for like 100 to 200. But you might as well just try to get for tusk, pink tusk. 2nd place, Josuke Part 8. He's honestly a very solid figure, and I feel like Medicos did Part 8 bogus on releasing just him and not any other figures from Part 8. But at least Medico started off Part 8 pretty strong with Josuke 8. He comes with really nice accessories, and his posability is pretty top notch. I think he's up for pre-order right now, or if you're like me and are impatient, 70 to 110 USD. And in 1st place, whether you like it or not, is D4C. And if you possibly have the money for it, go for WF because the alternate head looks pretty nice. I like the way it looks. It looks like a little robot or something like that. And you know, if spoilers, you know what that extra head means. Great figure. I think most people would choose Johnny first, Johnny WF as number 1 of Part 7, but I don't think so. I think D4C has everything a figure should have, and can't wait for D4C 2nd in 10 years. You can definitely find him standard, I think, or I don't know. I don't think he's in retail anymore, but he ranges from $70 to $110 for standard. And if you really want the WF, it's like 180 to like 250 for the Wonder Festival one. That's it for Part 7 and Part 8. Let me know in the comments what you agree and disagree on. Transition. I'm honestly not that excited for Part 5 because there's 19 figures, and that's just figures, not including colors. Like I said, I'm gonna do like a subcategory for the figures once I get there, like GO or GE, for example. God, there's so much. But I was doing it like the Part 3, like I stated in the earlier. And in rank number 19, which is that last place, is Trish. I've heard many bad things about her, and I heard her skirt really messes up, and honestly she's pretty much just there as a statue, not super action. Jeez, Medicos, at least follow your name. I understand Medicos upping the price of figures because, you know, inflation is a bitch. But this is one they should have really kept at 3 to 4 retail and just cut the losses. Might as well, because charging $6K for that is a slap to the customers. So if you guys could, 20 to 40 bucks on auctions, buy E or whatever. Just do not pay retail for her. Just stick it to the big man. 18th place. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of, maybe I'll get a lot of bit, you know, bad feedback on this, but Diavolo, I don't hate his character in Jojo, like the show or manga. I just hate his figure. His hair really restricts his movement because his hair practically blocks the hole for the peg. If you know what I mean. Nah. Honestly, for the most popular Jojo part, they really did his figure pretty bogus, and he didn't even get like any other colorways, which I don't know if he has any. Oh well. You can get them from 40 to 70 USD. 17th place is Prosciutto, and honestly, he should have been dead last, but I didn't want to fit the agenda of him being the worst figure in part 5. But yeah, he gets a lot of flack and really deserves it. I don't think he'll be the last part 5 figure I'll buy. He'll probably be the last part 5 figure I buy, I meant. But the Grateful Dead looks pretty neat, and I wish they would have made him a little bit more posable, but it is what it is. It's just mainly meant goes like advertise the better face in the promos, then release some abomination. He's not worth what he's going for in the aftermarket, which is like 60 to 100 USD with the Grateful Dead with pairing with him. If you're gonna get them, try to get them bundled up. Don't try to get like a just solo. You might as well just try to get the bundle because they're around this. It's probably the range same. You can get both of them so around the same price of like 70-80 bucks. So just don't fall into the trap. 16th place, Leonel Abacchio. Albeit it comes with 3 heads. I don't think it's worth it. I think it just might be under like a design of the character that makes really dull. There's nothing really special about Abacchio except for the heads. If you can really find him like 60 bucks and under. 15th place, Spice Girl. She actually looks pretty decent, but I don't care much for Spice Girl or Trish. I don't have any connection to her. Probably to the fact that she really wasn't utilized that much in part 5. Shake my head. I don't know. It was no point. Honestly, they really should. I mean, Araki should have utilized her more. She had a pretty neat. She does come with Notorious B.I.G. though, so that's pretty cool. I would say just like 20 to 40 bucks USD. Try not to overpay for her. She's not worth it. 14th place, we have Moody Blues. And just like Abacchio, his design is really insipid. There's nothing that cool about it, and comes with 3 heads, but it honestly doesn't change the appeal for the figure. 20 to 40 bucks. 13th place, oh man, he's actually a pretty neat figure, but Sticky Fingers, I think the biggest reason I dislike this figure is because I own Sticky Fingers 2nd, and I could not, for the life of me, I could not line up his chest and abdomen, and it bothered me to much. It bothered me. I really couldn't. I don't know why. Maybe with my OCD. I don't know. But anyways, blue Sticky Fingers looks nicer than the pink. It's just, I don't know. I guess we're probably just used to it. And honestly, I don't know if I like the pink they used for Sticky Fingers 2nd. But he's gonna look nice with Bruno Black, that's for sure. And they both go for around the price of 50 to 80 USD. Try not to overpay for them. 12th place, we have Fugo, who looks decent, so he deserves to be close to the middle of the rankings. I think they chose the wrong type of palette for him. The red they chose is lackluster, and WF should have just been the anime colors. I don't know what they try to go there for. Who knows what went through their heads. Anyways, the mirror doesn't even reflect, and it's a nice attempt of a fucking mirror, man. Are you serious? Like, it's a mirror. All you had to do is chop off a piece of mirror that Araki has in his room and put it on it. I don't get what. Anyways, I think it does reflect, but not to the point where it's an actual mirror. Come on now. WF Hugo is nicer than Red Hugo. Sorry, my boy, one gal. WF Hugo goes for like 80 to 120 USD, and then Red Hugo 20 to 40. 11th place, we have Silver Chariot. Looks pretty cool, but not much of a difference from part 3. I guess they kind of had to do it because of part 5 Polnareff. 11th place. But they should have just made him Silver Chariot Requiem as a WF, and that would have been way more cooler, and more people would have been chasing it. And I think he would have been worth more in the aftermarket. But anyways, I think he's up for pre-order this year. If not, 60 to 80 USD. Try not to overpay. 10th place, we have Purple Haze. Not bad. Pretty straightforward. Nothing exorbitant. Nothing dull. He looks good. 10th place is the perfect place for Purple Haze. Retail, try not to pay more than retail for him, which is around 60 bucks or 6k yen. 9th place, Narancia, pretty solid figure. Aerosmith looks pretty tight when it's buzzing around Narancia. Not bad. I think he's supposed to get a re-release soon, so either you wait for that or 60 to 80 USD. 8th place, he comes with 3 colors. Would have been a little bit higher, but my only nitpick is, it might just be my figure, but my nitpick is that his cuffs, which is like, I don't know, that part on his wrist, They fall off pretty easily on mine, so it's a little annoying. Ranking the color crimsons I like. First, I think I like the original one, just the red one with the anime or a manga. Then Wild Berry, KC, and then definitely I don't know what they try to do with WF. It looks pretty terrible. Um, so KC anime, just normal, or Wild Berry, they go for the same price of 60 to 90 USD. And for some reason, I think just because exclusivity, WF goes for like 80 to 110 USD. And in seventh place, we have Bruno. I'm pretty excited for Bruno Black. I don't know. Black and gold always looks nice together, so you can't go wrong with that. He's an adequate figure. The zipper really brings him to life in your display. Bruno Black might be. Oh no, it's the WF this year, right? So he's not up for pre-order. But if you want like the WF one, then he might be up for pre-order. I think still on Nin. I'm not entirely sure, but try to stay away from Nin most of the time. It's like last resort. It's like a booty call, Then my favorite second is Bruno second, which is the blue, and he goes for 60 to 80 USD. And then that last in the colorways of Bruno is first. I don't really care for the white that much. He's retail or under. Try not to overpay for him. Sixth place is Gold Experience Requiem. Really great in the articulation department, and detailing for this figure is great. The Screaming Head really left us in shambles. They kind of messed up the color on GE or first because of the arrow. I think they should have just made. They should. Well, I don't know if it was around the same time the anime released, or I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if they followed the manga. Probably, but the arrow in the anime looked different. The color. Oh well. Anyways, I like GER over green, even though both of them look pretty neat. GER does come with the GER WF Wonder Festival does come with Geo main head though, so I don't know if the price warrants it. GER pre-order under 80 USD, so try to get. So I think he's up for pre-order still. I'm not entirely sure, but try to pay under 80 USD for him. GER WF, if you want it with the Geo main, it's like 170 to 230 USD, and if it comes without it, I'd say like 150 and below. Even that's like overpaying. I don't know. I think you might as well just try to get it with the head. Otherwise, it's kind of useless. Fifth is Polnareff, and bruh, you can never go wrong when a figure comes with a wheelchair. So you can use the wheelchair with like Johnny. So that's pretty neat. That's literally the only reason why it's so high in this rank. And he's going up for pre-order this year. Or if you're impatient like me, you can find him for like $80 and lower. I would just pay around that because he has a huge box, so that shipping's really gonna bust your balls, or bust your. Never mind. Fifth place. Oh, I already said fifth place, right? Fourth place is Gold Experience, or Golden. I always mess him up. I know. I think I messed him in my video too, and somebody corrected me. I'm like, oh, jeez, god dang it, K1. Anyways, he looks really great, and not much to complain about this figure. The only complaint, I guess, is I wish it came with the arrow. And to be honest, it would have been a nice touch. Anyways, I like gold over the WFGE. I'm not really a fan of that yogurt, but it looks nice. GE is still around 60 to 80 USD, and it's around the same for the WF2. In third place, we have Mista, and Mista takes third mostly because he came with 3 colorways. Nah, I'm just kidding. Mainly because a lot of the stuff he comes with is pretty nice. A lot of the accessories are neat, and I think they could have, honestly, Medicos really could have dogged us more with the accessories, but they did pretty decent, so not bad. And yeah, I understand the hate for not getting the color correct for the Sex Pistols, and they kind of did us dirty there. Another complaint would probably be the eyes. They look a little bit soulless. Anyways, my favorite one starts with WF, which is the third, the purple, then the white, which is second, and then last but not least is the anime or manga colors, original colors. I don't care for the red and orange that much, or orange and blue. It's like red. It's like orange, red, and blue. I'm not entirely sure, but Mr. Third, I'm pretty sure he's getting a re-release this year. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure. I sometimes I get confused because they really mix up their releases a lot. So Mr. Third for 110 or 100 to like 130 USD with the WF, which comes with the if you want, watch my video. I'll tell you in there a little bit more. Mr. Second, 50 to 80 USD. Try not to overpay. And Mr. First, around 40 to 70 USD. And in second place, Risotto. And honestly, he's probably the best five figure that Medico's released. But I think it's because he was released way further down the road in the part 5 figures. Not much to complain about him. Comes out this year, I think. I'm pretty sure his pre-order went up last year, and it'll come out without the head. And WF Risotto goes for like 90 to 140 USD, and standard I think without the head comes this like retail still. And I guess you could probably guess what's in first place, and it is Giorno. And he's a fantastic figure. I think it's because he's still slim, so the articulation is not going to be a problem. Comes with okay stuff, you know, the piece of bread with the lighter and the plate. Shout out to my boy Little Dan for, I think he bought a figure without the plates, or maybe he lost the plates. I don't know. Medico's releasing 4 colors. Really satisfied my colorways. We do not need any more Geos for the future. My favorite obviously being Swerve, but that's not fair to put him into the category of ranking Geos. But in first place is Geo WF, second place is Geo Black, third place is Geo Blue, and last place is Geo Pink. And don't kill me, please. I think Geo Second was my first. I don't think he was. He was my first Geo because he was cheap, and I like the blue. I didn't know about Geo WF yet at the time, and I think he was the first one I ever collected, so that's why I have more of a sentiment towards him. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Geo WF, which is the shiny blue, goes for like 80 to 150 USD, while Geo Black is getting a pre-order, but it won't come with the main head. With main head comes, you could probably find it for 80 to 130 USD. Without it, there's a pre-order, so you might as well get the pre-order. Geo Second, 70 or below, and Geo Pink 60 to 110 USD. And that pretty much wraps it up, boys and girls and non-binaries and whatever you want to call yourself nowadays, because you know it's 2022, so don't tell people what you can and can't be. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Hopefully you guys like my rankings, and hope to see some of your rankings in my comments. And honestly, it's kind of difficult to pinpoint these exact rankings because there is so many damn figures in part 5, and I'm already kind of dreading doing the next parts, but I'm actually having fun with this, and it's pretty fun ranking these figures because I'm pretty sure in the future they could possibly potentially change my rankings, and I think it won't be bad. I think my next rankings won't be that bad, and I will be doing part 4 and 6 on the next rankings. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and notifications too, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.